everybody. Thanks for joining in. Hope you all are having a good week. It's Friday, so the weekend's here, and that's always a good thing. Hope you got some plans, get with some friends, have a good time. I want to take a quick minute here to talk about our a team that's near and dear to all our hearts. That's the New York Jets. Now, I'm watching the last 5, 6 days, whatever, and all the coaching changes that have been made. Um, as we all know, Bill Belichick and the Patriots are finally going to go their separate ways, which I think is a good thing for both sides. Belichick's been there, 20 years now and had tons of success, mostly with Tom Brady, obviously. I think it's still kind of up in the air how good he really is without Brady. He's not been a very successful coach without him, so we'll see what happens in his future. I hear rumors he may go to Atlanta, Washington, other things. There's other rumors around there. And also Jim Harbaugh, congratulations to Michigan winning the national championship. Is he coming back to the NFL? Will he be coaching somebody? Will he be coming back? That's another thing, another big rumor going around the NFL. What I wanted to focus on today, real quick, is the coaching changes that have been made, and then I want to touch base on the coaching changes the Jets are going to obviously make, because obviously they need to make some changes. So let's go ahead and I'll just go ahead and discuss real quick the coaching changes that I know of so far that's happened up to this point. I have it pulled up on my screen, so I'd like to just kind of read it off to you as I go. Atlanta Falcons, they fired Arthur Smith on January 7th, which is just a few days ago. He went 21-30 in 3 seasons with the Falcons, so not very successful. 21-30, it's below 500, but there's guys that are worse. I can mention a few right now if you want me to. But anyway, there's one. The Panthers fired Frank Reich way back on November 27th. They were 1-10 start. Frank Reich just wasn't working out. They had just drafted a new kid out of college, quarterback. Wasn't working. So he was gone right away. 1-10. They've seen enough. The Bears now. Offensive coordinator Luke Getsy was fired on January 10th, along with the quarterbacks coach Andrew Janocko and wide receivers coach Tyke Tolbert. Sorry if I mispronounced those names. I'm assuming that's probably because Justin Fields just isn't progressing. There's a lot of things there too that are a problem with the Bears. Are they going to get rid of now Justin Fields, or maybe they think they've got something with Fields, and maybe it's just the coaching that they can't get it out of him. I'm leaning more towards that part of it. The coaching is so important. Everybody knows that. Any football fan knows that. I don't care how good a kid is coming out of college. If you don't have the coaching staff that can tutor him and monitor him and get what you can out of him, he's just going to fail, and it's been proven time and time again. So that's the Bears. Jacksonville Jaguars. Defensive coordinator Mike Caldwell was fired January 8th. Now the Jags, they were at one point they were fighting for the number 1 seed in the AFC. They had a meltdown. Yes, they did for sure, but they still were a team that was down to the last wire. Could have been a playoff team. What happened? They folded, they lost, and they fire somebody. They make moves. That's what happens with teams that want to win and care about their fans and their organization. They make moves. So this guy was fired, and he, along with most of his staff on that side of the ball. Now that's the defensive coordinator. Mike Caldwell and most of his staff were fired because of this defensive meltdown, or whatever you want to call it. I know Trevor Lawrence was injured for a few games, but the fact of the matter is he's a little bit overrated too, in my opinion anyways. He's still good. He's still better than what we have. But either way, that's neither here nor there. Raiders. Back on October 30th, they got rid of Josh McDaniel and their general manager, Dave Ziegler. They were, after getting off to a 3-5 start. They weren't going to wait. There was a lot of tension in the team, in the locker room. They weren't going to wait for the team to fall apart. They made moves then. The Chargers, they just fired Brandon Staley on December 15th. He's the head coach of the Chargers. The loss dropped. After that loss, they went to 5-9, and the Chargers made a move immediately and got rid of Staley. So obviously, I mentioned the Patriots. They did not get rid of Bill Belichick. It's a mutual agreement that it's time for them both to move on. So I can go on and on. Wink Martindale resigned from the New York Giants defensive coordinator. I'm sure that was probably something to do with maybe you should think about cashing it in. Who knows? Maybe he just wasn't agreeing with what the team was doing, where they were going, whatever. Either way, you see that what the point I'm trying to make here is teams, the Titans. Oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to mention this. The Titans fired Mike Vrabel on Tuesday. He didn't even have a losing record with the Titans. I mean, this guy. I think maybe let me see what the article says. But he missed the postseason in each of his past 2 years, including a 6-11 start finish in 2023. So he did miss the playoffs 2 years and had a losing season this past year, and he's fired. I'm confused here about something because these guys that I just mentioned, and there's probably more of them. I'm not going to take all day to mention everybody that got fired, lost their job, but the fact of the matter that we have a head coach, who has not seen a winning season since he's been here. He clearly is clueless on the sideline. He doesn't know what he's doing. He cheers when something good goes wrong, and when something bad goes on, he's lost. Now, our general manager, Joe Douglas, has done some good things. We got Sauce Gardner out of him. We got Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall. The guy's done good stuff, but he's also done bad stuff. For example, this past season was supposed to be Zach Wilson's going to watch Aaron Rodgers play, and he's not going to do nothing. He's going to sit there and watch Aaron Rodgers play. And Rodgers goes down, as we all Jet fans know, 4 plays into the season. So what happened to that plan that they had that Zach Wilson is not going to touch a ball this year? He's going to sit and he's going to learn from Rodgers. So I guess the plan fell apart when Aaron Rodgers got hurt. Now the plan was, well, there goes that plan. I guess he's got to go in there and play. You couldn't have put somebody up. They got nobody to go in there. It was going to be Zach Wilson or bust, and that was it. So what kind of a plan was that? You didn't have a contingency plan in case Rodgers got hurt? Well, listen, guys, what if Rodgers does get hurt? Let's get somebody else in and let Zach sit and learn, hold the clipboard. Maybe this will work. That was your plan. Rodgers doesn't get hurt. Zach watches him. Oops, Rodgers gets hurt. Zach plays all season now. I think he threw the kid out to the wolves, and that was the end of that story. And what happens at the end of the season? Nothing. Nothing. The Jets are bringing back every single coach they have on this team. The defense, which is okay, good. They had their moments, though, too. But, okay, let's leave the defense out of this. Let's not talk about them. Let's talk about the offense. Offensive line coach, quarterback coach. Hackett is a fucking joke. You're bringing all these guys back. Nobody is answering to this debacle that was the New York Jets season. Nobody. Everybody's coming back just as is. And why? Because Aaron Rodgers is going to save the ship. He's going to save the day. He's going to take us to the promised land. Let me tell you something right now. Here's what I think about that. I don't give a damn if Aaron Rodgers takes us to the fucking Super Bowl next year. That doesn't mean we have a good coaching staff. That means we have a coaching staff that's riding a player, a Pro Bowl player, a most valuable player, a Hall of Fame player that can carry everybody's ass. That's all that means to me. That doesn't mean that we have suddenly a good coaching staff. These guys can't coach young guys. They can't get the best out of a quarterback. They don't know who to play, what position guys should be in, how to get guys open, play calls, everything to do with it is a joke. Now, you think that Aaron Rodgers coming back? I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if he brings us to the playoffs, to the AFC Championship game, to the Super Bowl. That doesn't make this a good coaching staff. That just means that you guys are riding the coattails of Aaron Rodgers. That's all that means. And what happens the next year after he leaves? Now, guess what we're going to be at? No QB, no, a shitty coaching staff, and right back where we were. So we're selling our souls for one season, maybe that might be good. I don't buy that shit at all, and I don't believe that it's going to happen. I'm here to tell you right now, I don't believe it's going to happen next year either. I hate to say it, I'm a Jet fan, but I don't see this. I see an organization that raised ticket prices when Aaron Rodgers signed a contract. Excuse me. I see an organization that don't give a shit about its fans. I see an organization that just cares about raking in some money, getting some prime time games because of everything because of Aaron Rodgers. How many primetime games do you think we would have had this year if Aaron Rodgers wasn't on our team? 0. That's how many. We would have had no primetime games. None. Maybe Amazon has to give each team one, and they probably didn't want to do that. So here I think what we have is a coaching staff that doesn't belong coaching. Robert Saleh should have been fired. Robert Saleh, there's guys I just read off that list that were fired that are better than he is, have been better than he is, have had winning records, and he's still hanging around. Because why? Aaron Rodgers is coming back, and Aaron Rodgers is going to make our coaching staff somehow look good. No, Aaron Rodgers is good. Our coaching staff is not good. So this is what the Jets are going to be banking on. This is what they're betting on. Look at the players now, for example. I want to mention that too. I watched some of the exit interviews. Garrett Wilson, the poor guy looks so confused. Like, I think he said something, I'm paraphrasing, but I think he said something along the lines of, why does offenses look so easy to other teams? Why is it so easy for them? Are you kidding me? You got a kid out of college, 2 years now, telling you, why is everything so fucking hard for us? Sauce Gardner taking responsibility, saying, I got to be more of a leader. I got to be more vocal on the team. Dude, you don't need to be more vocal. That's a coaching job. It's nice to have players that want to step up and want to be leaders, yes. But where's the coaching? Where's the accountability for this terrible team they put on the field this season? Nothing is changing. I don't believe it. I can't understand it. It just tells me right now that they don't care. The organization don't care about the fans. They don't care about nothing. As long as Aaron Rodgers brings in bucks, brings in TV, primetime games, raise ticket prices, they don't care. These other organizations care about their teams. They care about their teams. They care about their fans. That shows you when they get rid of coaches that can't bring players out. They can't get the best out of players. They can't get winners. They care. The Jets organization does not care about us, about the fans, period. Nobody can tell me any different. So let me tell you this too in closing. I'm glad the season's over because I'm sick and tired of following, making videos on this team, which every time you make them is just nothing but a negative. There's nothing positive to say. It's always something negative. I'm so happy that this season is over. So now I can focus on talking about the playoff teams, the games, other sports, the Rangers, Knicks stuff. Baseball is going to start pretty soon. Get off of the New York Jets because all it is nothing but depressing. All it is nothing but negativity, and that's all you see. And then at the end of the season, when fans want to see the organization care, the owner care, what do? Nothing. They're going to bring back the same group of stooges next year and hope Aaron Rodgers makes them all look good. Okay. Anyway, thanks for listening. Sorry about rambling on. If you got any comments, please leave the comments. But I'd like to hear them. I always respond to any comments I get. And hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. It helps me out a lot. I appreciate it. And congratulations to all you Jet fans who stay in there and watch this team and listen to it and put up with it. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.